Chosen one, stop scrolling right now. Do not save this for later. Watch this completely alone. The universe did not bring you here by mere chance, because a divine orchestration has intercepted your feed to deliver a message you desperately need. The system wants you distracted. It wants you completely blind to what is coming. But a massive spiritual verdict is about to unfold this very Sunday, and you must prepare your heavy heart for it. Take one deep breath slowly, drop your shoulders, and just listen. You have been feeling incredibly heavy lately. Your physical body is exhausted even when you have rested for hours, and every morning you wake up with a strange weight sitting right on your chest before you even move. You thought you were just getting weak. You thought you were losing your mind. But you are experiencing severe spiritual exhaustion. People have been suddenly pulling away from you. Friends you trusted have gone completely silent. You sit in your quiet room and wonder what you did wrong. But you did absolutely nothing wrong, because heaven is deliberately isolating you to protect your frequency from people who secretly drain your light. Your current season required a divine quarantine. God is clearing the room before Sunday arrives. You have always been the strong one. You carry the emotional garbage of everyone around you. You listen to their endless problems and absorb their dark chaos. And while you spend all your energy trying to heal them, they simply walk away and leave you completely drained without a single thought. You are acting as a spiritual shield. You protect people who never check on you. But heaven has seen enough. I know you cry in your car when no one is looking. You smile through the pain during the day. You hold it all together because your family relies on you. But the silent tears you shed at night are being collected as evidence, and heaven has kept a meticulous record of every single time you were used and discarded. You are not invisible to the divine. Your unseen suffering has a massive purpose. Something shifted in the atmosphere over the last 72 hours. You can feel it in the air. A strange tension is building up around your daily life. The group that came against you is starting to panic, because the smear campaign they launched in the shadows is officially collapsing right in front of their eyes. They whispered in secret. They misunderstood your pure silence for weakness. They thought they buried you. They thought your light was permanently extinguished. But they forgot that you are a brilliant masterpiece of God. And this Sunday, a divine decree will echo through the spiritual realm, preparing to turn the tables in a way that will leave your hidden enemies completely speechless. You are about to witness ultimate vindication. You will see justice unfold in real time. This is not a medical condition. You are not dealing with normal anxiety. You are just fighting intense battles in the unseen realm while your physical body tries to sleep. That is exactly why your mind feels so foggy and disconnected during the busy day. The Matrix wants to label you as mentally broken, so you stay numb, but you are a discerning warrior carrying a heavy generational mantle. Think back to when you were a little child. You always knew you were different from the rest of your bloodline. You could walk into a crowded room and immediately read the hidden tension. You saw right through the fake smiles that everyone else completely ignored, and you realized very early that you did not belong in that toxic environment. You were placed there to be the ultimate cycle breaker. Do not let your mind wander right now. Lock your focus entirely on this exact message. The Matrix was designed to make you swipe away and lose your spiritual focus. But if you leave before I reveal the divine verdict for Sunday, you will completely miss the blueprint you need to handle the massive blessing that is coming. Your future depends on this alignment. Do not let the enemy distract you. You never asked for revenge. You just walked away and chose peace. You let them tell their twisted lies while you stayed completely silent. That silence was never a sign of weakness. but it was incredible wisdom under pressure that proved you were ready for the next level. And because you chose not to fight back, heaven is stepping in as your ultimate defense attorney. The verdict is already sealed. If you feel a chill down your spine right now, type 777 in the comments to claim this. Take another slow breath and release the heavy tension in your neck. Your spirit knows exactly what I am talking about. Deep down, you have been desperately waiting for this exact confirmation for many long and lonely months. The waiting room is finally closing its heavy doors. You are moving forward today. The system is terrified of what happens when you fully awaken. They want you exhausted, so you will settle for absolute crumbs in your life. But the divine orchestration of this Sunday will shatter their entire illusion, and you will see clearly why every single door had to close in your face to protect your destiny. The painful rejection you cried over was the greatest protection you ever received. You look around and see an empty room. The silence feels incredibly loud. Your phone rarely rings anymore. And when you think about the people you used to call your closest friends, you realize they have all drifted away. You think you did something terrible. You think you are deeply flawed, but I need you to completely reframe this isolation right now. This deep loneliness is not a punishment from above. It is a divine quarantine designed to protect your frequency. God saw the hidden intentions of the people around you long before they ever spoke a word. And He orchestrated this massive separation because you cannot carry toxic energy into the sacred season you are about to enter. The universe is hiding you, intentionally. You must stop mourning the loss of people who never truly valued your light. They did not hate you as a person. They hated the bright light inside you that constantly exposed their own unhealed darkness. Your pure presence made their demons incredibly uncomfortable. They rejected you because they could not manipulate a spirit they could not fully understand. Think about the doors that slammed in your face recently. You prayed so hard for that specific opportunity. You pushed and forced, but the universe firmly said no. God's delay is never a denial of your blessings. That delay was absolute exactness. Heaven closed that small door because walking through it would have completely crushed your upcoming spiritual harvest. The Matrix wants you to believe you are simply falling apart. The system tries to label your deep spiritual exhaustion as a medical flaw, but you are not depressed, and you are not broken. Your spirit is just utterly exhausted from fighting massive battles in the unseen realm, while your physical body tries to function in the ordinary world. This is spiritual warfare. Your incredible kindness was never a weakness. It was a rigorous, divine test that you did not even know you were taking, and you passed it beautifully. You gave your heart to people who only knew how to take. But every time they took from you, heaven added a new layer of unshakable authority to your soul. You are a masterpiece of the Creator. You have always felt like the black sheep of your entire family. From a very young age, you noticed the toxic patterns that everyone else completely ignored. You refused to play their fake games. And because you chose to speak the truth, they cast you out and made you feel like an absolute outcast. But you were never a mistake. You are the chosen cycle breaker. The deep pain of being rejected by your own bloodline is a heavy burden to carry. You spent years trying to earn their love and basic validation, but heaven deliberately made you different so you would not adopt their generational curses. You are the remnant standing in the gap for your ancestors. The vicious cycle of trauma permanently ends with you today. Take a slow breath and let that profound truth settle into your bones. You did not survive the wilderness because you are just tough. You survived all that darkness because you are chosen and heavily protected. The universe is about to reward you for every single time you chose pure love, when the world handed you absolute bitterness. Do not try to explain your profound soul to people who are committed to misunderstanding you. Let them assume whatever they want about your quiet distance. You are no longer required to heal people who actively choose to stay broken. You are stepping out of survival mode and entering a powerful season of quiet authority. Your silence is your ultimate weapon now. But there is a hidden layer to this deep fog you feel. The spiritual warfare you endured has actually manifested in your physical mind. The heavy brain fog is not just an emotional phase. The system wants you to believe it is your age or your lack of daily discipline. But something profound was stolen from you at the neural level by the stress of modern life. I want to pause and name something very important before we go any further. God often uses the natural world to unlock the spiritual realm. Over the past 20 years, a neurologist in New York named Dr. Daniel Barone has been studying a brilliant discovery. That specific research actually won the Nobel Prize back in 1981 under Doctor Roger Sperry. Dr. Sperry proved that the two hemispheres of your human brain were originally designed to work in perfect sync. This is the whole brain activation you naturally had when you were 8 years old. But in most adults, that incredible synchronization simply switched off quietly over time. Modern survival mode completely shattered your natural neural harmony. Dr. Barone built something incredible directly from that Nobel research. It is a divine tool called the genius switch. I am not going to explain the whole mechanism of it right now, but I need you to hold on to one very specific question as we continue. What if the fog you feel was never your fault at all? What if something vital was simply switched off and it can actually be switched back on? Keep that thought in your mind, because before you can fully restore that broken receiver, you must understand exactly who has been trying to keep you trapped in the dark. The Matrix is terrified of what happens when your mind finally clears up. You must understand how the Matrix actually operates against a chosen one. The system is entirely designed to keep your beautiful frequency vibrating at the lowest possible level. They want you constantly stressed about money and entirely consumed by endless daily drama. If you are exhausted by survival mode, you can never step into your true divine authority. The people who suddenly betrayed you were not acting completely on their own. They were being actively used by the enemy to drain your spiritual reserves. These individuals function as energetic parasites in your life. They draw near to your light because their own souls are completely starved in the dark, but they never intended to offer you anything in return. Think about the smear campaign they orchestrated behind your back. They sat at tables and spoke terribly about your good name. They twisted your pure intentions and painted you as the villain to anyone who would listen. And you sat there in silence watching them destroy your reputation. You felt completely helpless while the system applauded their wicked lies. But heaven has a very strict policy about touching an anointed masterpiece. You felt that sudden shift in the spiritual atmosphere this week, did you not? The tables are violently turning in the unseen realm. The very trap they carefully set for you has suddenly become their own spiritual prison. The karma they tried to outrun has finally caught up to them. Right now, absolute confusion is hitting their camp. The group that came against you is starting to deeply panic. They are turning on each other and exposing their own dirty secrets. What they loudly whispered in the shadows is being shouted from the rooftops today. The divine orchestration of the universe is publicly dismantling their entire false reality. They fundamentally misunderstood your peaceful silence. They thought you did not defend yourself because you were weak and defeated. But they did not realize that your silence was an active submission to divine justice. Because you chose not to fight a dirty battle, heaven has officially stepped in as your ruthless defense attorney. The verdict is devastating for them. You do not have to lift a single finger to destroy your enemies. You do not need to post a status or send a bitter message to clear your name. The universe is perfectly capable of clearing your record, without your physical help. Just watch as their hollow lives begin to completely crumble under the heavy weight of their own malicious intentions. I need you to listen carefully to this next part. There are 3 silent signs that the universe is currently fighting a massive battle on your behalf right now. Many chosen ones completely miss these signs because they are too distracted by the pain of rejection. But if you can recognize them today, you will finally find the absolute peace you deeply desire. Sign number 1 is the sudden and unexplainable removal of toxic attachments. You did not even have to cut these people off yourself. The universe simply orchestrated bizarre events that forced them out of your daily life. It felt like a painful betrayal at the time, but it was actually a precision surgical strike by the divine to save your precious future. They tried to steal your joy and take credit for your bright light, but heaven severed those parasitic cords while you were sleeping. You might still feel the phantom pain of losing them, but the spiritual infection is permanently gone. You are bleeding, but you are finally healing from the poison they constantly injected into your trusting and open heart. Many chosen ones fail to recognize sign number 2, and it unfortunately costs them their peace. This second sign is the reason you feel so completely detached from the drama you used to care about. We are going to get to the exact reason why that happens in just a moment. But before I reveal that second sign, you must understand the trap they laid. If you do not understand this energetic trap, you will heavily mishandle the massive blessing that is approaching. The enemy knows that if you hold on to bitter resentment, your hands will be too full to receive the coming harvest. They want you angry, so you stay entirely out of alignment. Do not let their desperate panic drag you back into their low frequency. Take a deep breath and completely release them to their inevitable karma. Your only job right now is to remain entirely grounded in your quiet authority. Let the matrix collapse on itself while you watch from a place of unshakable peace. The system is breaking, and your majestic season of profound restoration is finally breaking through the heavy, dark clouds. Sign number 2 is your complete emotional detachment. You used to care so deeply about what they thought of your actions. You would lose sleep wondering how to fix the broken relationships around you, but now you feel absolutely nothing when they speak their lies. This numbness is not depression. It is heaven permanently cutting the final cord of your toxic attachments. And finally, the third sign is the sudden quietness in your physical space. The universe deliberately cleared the room, so you can clearly hear the next divine instruction. But there is a massive problem that we need to address today. Even with the physical room completely empty, your mind still feels incredibly loud and chaotic because the enemy left a lingering residue. You cannot seem to find true mental peace. This brings us to a profound truth that most spiritual guides completely ignore. You have been fighting intense spiritual battles for many long years, but the heavy toll it took on you is not just spiritual anymore, because it has physically manifested deeply inside your physical mind. The invisible warfare actually altered how your brain processes daily information. You feel a heavy fog constantly wrapping around your daily thoughts. You struggle to make very simple decisions that used to be incredibly easy for you in the past. You forget things easily and wonder if you are just getting older or losing your sharp edge. The system wants you to believe that this is a normal part of aging, but that is a complete and utter lie designed to keep you small. I need you to pause and listen to this next part very carefully. This mental exhaustion is not a lack of daily discipline. You are not lazy, and you are not fundamentally broken. Something incredibly vital was stolen from you at the neural level by the extreme stress of this modern matrix. The survival mode they forced you into took a massive biological toll. Think back to when you were a bright young child. Your mind operated with absolute clarity and brilliant creativity. You saw the world with endless possibilities, and you learned things incredibly fast. You possessed a natural whole brain activation that God gave you by default, but the constant trauma of survival mode slowly disconnected that perfect divine design. The elite system built this modern world to intentionally scatter your precious focus. They flood you with toxic news and endless, meaningless drama to overload your senses. They know that 98% of children have that whole brain activation naturally, but fewer than 1 in 1,000 adults manage to keep it intact. That massive drop is not an accident. That drop in human potential is a calculated theft. The Matrix stripped away your God-given genius to turn you into a compliant worker. They replaced your divine intuition with constant anxiety and endless self-doubt. You have been trying to pray away a problem that actually has a very specific neurological address. Your soul is fine, but your brain is incredibly tired. Here is what truly matters for your future right now. The distance you feel from your massive blessings is not only spiritual, there is a very deep neurological layer to your current delay, and the most beautiful part of this revelation is that it is completely restorable. You do not have to live the rest of your life in this heavy and suffocating mental fog. But I need you to hear this truth. You cannot fix this broken connection through more physical effort. You cannot just try harder or force your brain to focus on positive thoughts. Willpower cannot magically reconnect what modern life quietly switched off over decades of stress. Something from the completely outside has to open that heavy channel again. You need the specific restoration that Dr. Barone and his dedicated team spent 20 years building. Your spirit is absolutely willing and ready for the next season, but the physical receiver in your mind is currently broken and struggling to catch the signal. You cannot receive a divine download if the antenna is completely snapped in half by trauma. Do not let the enemy make you feel guilty for this biological fatigue. You have carried the heavy emotional burdens of your entire bloodline for decades. You absorbed the dark chaos of narcissists and energy vampires while completely ignoring your own needs. Of course, your physical mind is completely exhausted. You have been running a massive spiritual marathon, gently like this video right now. Do not do it for a normal algorithm, but do it as a physical declaration to the universe that you are in perfect alignment. You are acknowledging the heavy toll the battle took on you, and you are finally ready to reclaim your stolen clarity. The long season of living with a foggy mind is officially coming to a complete end. You have done everything right in the spiritual realm. You prayed the desperate prayers and you walked away from the toxic tables. You forgave the bitter people who never even bothered to apologize to you for the damage they caused. Your soul has been completely purified by the heavy fire you walked through, but despite all of that work, you still feel entirely stuck. This is the biological helplessness that the enemy uses to mock your daily progress. Your spirit is entirely ready to rule, but your physical receiver is too damaged to catch the divine instruction. You try to manifest your beautiful blessings, but your brain is so foggy that it feels like you are just speaking to a brick wall. Willpower simply cannot fix biology. God often provides the exact physical tool when your spiritual season absolutely requires it. There is a profound study that won the Nobel Prize in 1981. This did not come from a quiet church or a seminary, but it came directly from a research laboratory where real science meets divine design. Dr. Roger Sperry proved that the two hemispheres of the human brain were designed to work in perfect sync. The reason your mind feels so foggy is not your age, and it is not your weakness. Those two hemispheres simply fell out of synchronization. This is the whole brain activation that was your natural default at 8 years old. 98% of children have it naturally, but fewer than 1 in 1,000 adults manage to keep it because the system grinds it away. A brilliant neurologist in New York named Dr. Daniel Barone spent 20 years turning that exact discovery into something you can actively use. His dedicated team compressed over an hour of clinical neural sync technology into a simple 8-minute auditory sequence. You just need headphones and your eyes closed for 8 minutes a day. That is the entire requirement. This is not a meditation, and it is not a complicated ritual. It is pure hemisphere synchronization. A woman in California who had tried prayer and endless journaling for years said that after just 10 days, a channel that had been heavily blocked was suddenly open. This did not happen because she tried harder. It happened because the receiver had been finally repaired. But I must be completely honest with you. The genius switch is not for everyone. It is specifically for the chosen one who understands that God prepared not only the massive promise, but also the mind that must walk into it. It is for the persistent person who has been deeply sincere for years and kept returning even when the hard evidence refused to cooperate. Most average people will simply scroll past this message. But you are still here listening to my voice. That is the exact kind of quiet persistence this tool was built to reward. They call it the genius switch. Professional colleagues said it would be an absolute bargain even at $500 because an in-person neurofeedback session usually costs $300 an hour. A home machine can easily cost $7,000. It was originally released to the public at $49, but today on this specific page, it is $10 less. You can access it for $39. And it comes with 4 free companions, including a guided visualization and a classic manifestation text from over 100 years ago. One crucial thing is absolutely worth naming right now. If you search YouTube or Spotify for the name, you will find tracks that carry the exact same title. His team studied them closely, and most had no neural sync technology embedded inside them at all. The name is very easy to copy, but the complex mechanism is definitely not. The direct page is the only verified source. That verified source is exactly where the link below points. Do not settle for the hollow copies that the Matrix uses to keep you distracted. This is a risk-free covenant. You can listen once, or you can listen 80 times. If it does not do for you what it has done for 18,000 other people, every single dollar returns to you with absolutely no conditions. If your spirit truly resonates with this truth, the link is in the description and the pinned comment below. This is the only place it officially exists. Walk boldly through that door with your receiver fully restored before this rare window of opportunity closes. Your massive provision is waiting on the other side of that restored connection. You might be thinking that $39 is still a commitment, but remember that an in-person session is hundreds of dollars. He cut out all the greedy middlemen so you could heal at home. And if it does not work for you after 100 listens, it is simply a deposit you can easily recall. You have absolutely zero earthly risk in taking this step of faith. Do not let the enemy convince you that you do not have 8 minutes a day. You can listen while the coffee brews or while you rest your tired eyes. If you cannot find 8 minutes for your own restoration, it is not a lack of time. It is a lack of divine permission. You must give yourself the permission to heal completely. Your beautiful mind deserves to be whole again. You might hear this and think it sounds entirely too good to be true. I felt that exact same hesitation before I read the deep research. But Dr. Sperry won a Nobel Prize for a very real reason. And whether this specific restoration works for you is exactly what the unconditional guarantee perfectly answers. You are completely shielded from any risk. Maybe you are thinking that you already tried meditation and brainwaves before, but brainwaves only address a tiny part of the massive picture. This is true hemisphere synchronization. It is a completely different mechanism that delivers a completely different category of profound results. Your previous failures were never your fault at all. Let us return to the deep spiritual frequency of your current season. Heaven does not force you into alignment. The universe simply provides the tools and waits for your clear mind to take the necessary step. But once your physical receiver is finally restored, the spiritual warfare around you will instantly change its dynamic. The fog will completely lift. You can already feel the massive shift happening in the invisible realm. The heavy tension that held you down for years is starting to violently snap. The system that tried to break your beautiful spirit is now cracking under the immense pressure of divine justice. They wanted you to remain a broken victim forever, but you refused to play their wicked game. Think about the people who actively participated in your painful downfall. They watched you struggle and offered absolutely no help. They smiled to your face while they planted deep traps for your feet in the dark. But the universe is currently orchestrating a brilliant reversal that they cannot escape. Their hidden traps are now completely exposed. You do not need to warn them about the coming storm. They made their choice when they decided to attack a chosen one. Heaven is now stepping in to balance the scales of justice in a terrifying way. The karma they tried to dodge is hunting them down with absolute precision, and they are starting to realize they made a fatal mistake. Your only responsibility right now is to maintain your absolute peace. Do not gloat when you see them begin to deeply stumble. Do not offer your precious energy to save them from the consequences of their own dark actions. You must protect your restored frequency at all costs. Let the divine handle the heavy lifting while you simply rest. The Matrix is terrified of a chosen one who knows their exact worth. When your mind is clear and your spirit is deeply anchored, you become completely untouchable. The enemy can no longer use confusion to steal your daily joy. They can no longer whisper lies into your tired mind and expect you to believe them. The heavy chains are finally breaking. We are approaching the moment of ultimate divine verdict. You must prepare your heart for the massive vindication that is about to unfold. I need you to completely release any lingering doubt or bitter resentment you still hold. Empty your hands so you can finally receive the immense blessing that heaven has prepared for you today. The long season of you being a footstool for their fragile ego is permanently over. The universe is actively flipping the script right now. Those who sat at tables and spoke poorly of your good name are about to witness something incredible. God is preparing a massive feast for you right in front of their very eyes. They will watch you rise. You do not have to defend yourself ever again. Heaven is officially stepping in as your ultimate defense attorney. The deep confusion they tried to cast onto your beautiful life is rapidly returning to their own camp. Watch them panic in the shadows while your peace becomes entirely untouchable. The final decree is arriving right now. You have survived the wilderness and walked through the heavy fire completely alone. You came out of that dark valley entirely purified and ready for authority. The world tried to make you bitter, but you kept your pure heart soft and full of bright light. That beautiful resilience is exactly why you are being heavily rewarded this week. Take a slow and deep breath. Let the heavy weight of the past few years fall completely off your tired shoulders. The spiritual war you fought for, your bloodline, has finally been won. You are standing on the very edge of a massive breakthrough that will change your family forever. Get ready to receive the absolute final verdict. They thought they could permanently block your divine inheritance. They used every manipulative trick in the book to keep you feeling small and insignificant. But the universe has a very funny way of dealing with profound arrogance. Every single obstacle they threw in your path was secretly used by heaven to build your majestic throne. You are no longer the broken person they remember. You have evolved into a magnificent spiritual warrior with absolute clarity. The restoration of your mind and your spirit is making you a very dangerous threat to the Matrix. They cannot control you anymore, and that complete loss of control is driving them absolutely crazy in the dark. I decree right now that the heavy season of your silent suffering is officially over. In the mighty name of divine justice, I break every single generational cycle that has tried to wrap its dark chains around your beautiful mind. The endless poverty completely stops with you today. The silent spiritual warfare permanently stops with you right now. You are the ultimate cycle breaker for your entire bloodline. I decree that the suffocating mantle of survival mode is violently falling off your tired shoulders in this exact second. You are no longer just surviving the daily storm. You are stepping into a divine and unprecedented season of absolute abundance. Breathe it all out right now. The deep spiritual war you fought for your ancestors has been completely won. The karmic debt of your family has been fully paid by your silent tears. Heaven is now releasing a massive wave of pure vindication over your entire life. The people who constantly doubted your path will be forced to watch you rise to incredible and unmatched heights. Every single tear you cried in secret is being converted into a heavy blessing. The enemies who plotted your downfall are currently drowning in their own toxic karma. The traps they carefully laid for your feet have snapped shut on their own ankles. They are deeply trapped in the spiritual prison they built entirely for you. They cannot escape. You will watch the mighty universe restore everything the Matrix stole from you. God is unlocking a massive deposit of wealth, clarity, and unshakable authority that the elite circles desperately tried to keep hidden. You are not at the bottom of their pyramid anymore. You are holding the sacred keys to the kingdom in your own hands. The absolute panic in their camp is the ultimate proof of your victory. They see the divine favor resting heavily upon your life, and it terrifies them beyond measure. They know their time of manipulation is completely over. The system cannot touch a chosen one who operates with a restored mind and a fully purified spirit. You are entirely free. Let the heavy karma handle every single person who betrayed your pure trust. You do not need to hold on to any bitter anger or demand a fake apology. Their profound regret will be their silent punishment for the rest of their lives. Heaven is stepping in to multiply your joy and completely erase the dark memories of your pain. This Sunday is going to mark a massive transition in your physical reality. The closed doors are about to violently swing wide open. The financial pressure that kept you awake at night is being permanently lifted by a divine decree. A sudden mega deposit of peace and heavy provision is making its way into your bank account right now. The delay was never a punishment. It was the exact time required to clear the room and prepare the heavy table. Now that the enemies have been completely removed from your inner circle, the universe can finally drop the massive blessing into your lap. You are completely safe to receive the abundance you have prayed for all these long years. And for the chosen one who felt something deeply stir when the restored mind was named earlier today. That specific door is still wide open in the description below. A very small step, taken from a restored and clear mind, has historically changed entire seasons for those who listened. Do not ignore the gentle nudge of your intuition. Your spiritual shift is entirely ready, but the receiver in your mind must be fully connected to catch the coming rain. Once you take that step of faith, the final barrier between you and your massive destiny will completely crumble. The universe has perfectly timed this profound revelation to intersect with your exact moment of need. I declare that your physical body will feel incredibly light from this moment forward. The strange exhaustion that plagued your mornings is being replaced by a vibrant and unshakable divine energy. You will wake up tomorrow feeling completely refreshed because the energetic parasites have been permanently detached from your beautiful aura. The people who love you will notice the bright glow returning to your tired eyes. You will speak with a calm authority that commands instant respect in any room you enter. The days of you shrinking down to make other people comfortable are totally gone. You are meant to take up massive space in this world and shine your incredible light. Heaven is absolutely proud of the beautiful warrior you have become. You did not let the intense darkness turn you into a monster. You preserved your deep empathy while learning the powerful art of silent boundaries. That beautiful balance is the ultimate mark of a true chosen one who has fully mastered the rigorous lessons of the wilderness. Receive this final decree with a completely open heart. You are deeply loved, you are fiercely protected, and you are incredibly powerful. The Matrix has officially lost its heavy grip on your beautiful mind. Walk forward into your new season of ultimate victory with your head held high. The ultimate vindication is entirely yours today. As you step into this massive season of blessing, there is one strict rule you must follow. You must remain entirely silent about your blessings. Do not run and tell your family about the energetic shift. Do not post about your new victory for the public to see. The enemy is constantly listening for your next move, and your absolute silence is your greatest protection right now. People who did not bleed with you in the dark valley do not deserve to sit with you at the feast. Let them entirely misunderstand your quiet and peaceful distance. Let them assume whatever they want about your changing life. You no longer need to explain your soul to people who are absolutely committed to misunderstanding your spirit. Your spiritual energy is incredibly expensive and rare now. When the heavy provision finally drops into your hands this Sunday, hold it very close to your chest. Do not let the sudden excitement make you careless. The Matrix will quickly try to send new, energetic parasites to drain this specific blessing. But you must firmly protect your new boundaries. You are a royal steward of divine wealth. You must act exactly like a wise king today. You have officially entered the sacred sanctuary of quiet authority. You do not need to prove them wrong with loud and angry words. You do not need to seek bitter revenge against the people who hurt you. Your overwhelming success and absolute peace will be the loudest response they ever hear. Calmness is the ultimate authority in this loud and broken world. From this exact moment forward, your pure presence alone will command immediate respect. You will no longer have to beg for a seat at their toxic tables. Heaven is actively building a brand new table exclusively for you, and the people who threw you away will have to watch you dine with kings from a very far distance. They will deeply regret their terrible choices very soon. Look back at the exhausted person you were just a few short months ago. You thought the heavy darkness was going to last forever. You thought the generational curse was simply too strong for you to break. But you are standing here today completely victorious. The heavy mantle of survival mode is permanently gone. You are resting on a beautiful throne of peace. You are no longer the frightened outcast who desperately needed their validation. You are a discerning warrior who has finally realized their true immense power. The tears you cried in the dark have watered the seeds of your massive harvest. Every single moment of intense pain was actively shaping you for this exact level of untouchable spiritual royalty. Do not look back at the burning bridges behind you. The people standing on those bridges made their own choices when they decided to betray your pure heart. Let the heavy flames of karma consume the old timeline while you walk forward. You are stepping into a brand new dimension of living where absolute abundance is your natural and permanent state of being. The spiritual war you fought in the invisible realm is officially over. You can finally put down your heavy sword and breathe. You do not have to be the constant shield for everyone else anymore. It is time for you to be fiercely protected and deeply cherished. Heaven is wrapping a thick blanket of divine favor around your tired shoulders right now. I want you to subscribe to this channel and turn on the bell right now. We do not ask this for empty visibility. We do this so the enemy cannot intercept your future messages. Join this peaceful sanctuary and lock your frequency in with us. The Matrix desperately wants to isolate you from your true spiritual tribe. But we are building a heavy fortress here. Gently like this video as a physical seal of our spiritual agreement today. Leave a word of gratitude in the comments below to officially close out the old chapter. Your simple comment is a powerful declaration to the universe that you are entirely ready for Sunday. You are closing the heavy door on your painful past and stepping into the bright light. Let the wicked system completely collapse outside your sturdy walls. You are entirely safe inside this divine protection. You are deeply anointed and heavily favored by the Creator of the universe. Do not let anyone ever make you feel small again. You are a brilliant and beautiful masterpiece of God. You are stepping into a season where your mere presence shifts the entire atmosphere. Walk slowly and deliberately into your new beautiful life. The exhausting days of rushing and panicking are completely over. You have absolutely nothing left to prove to the blind sleepers around you. The universe has already spoken the final brilliant verdict over your destiny. Take a deep breath and let the quiet authority settle deeply into your bones. You survived the ultimate test of the lonely wilderness. Now it is time to heavily enjoy the sweet fruits of your silent labor. Stay completely grounded in your beautiful daily life. Stay profoundly silent about your massive next moves. And watch how beautifully heaven moves on your behalf this week. You are the quiet victor, and your majestic reign has officially begun.